Hello fellow humans and welcome to a tank that you can't get, and that is the AE Phase 1. However, to compensate for that, I have a giveaway for you later in this video, and don't forget to check out Friday's stream this week because there will be more giveaways there, so definitely check that out as well. Now, AE Phase 1, what is this tank even? Why have you never seen it in battle? Well, because getting this vehicle is about as likely as winning the lottery, as in you probably don't. The way you obtain it is you have to complete all 60 stages of the battle pass and then obtain this operations container in which the AE Phase 1 is present. That's the only way to currently obtain this vehicle. And if you look at the job chance here, it is 0.05%. That is 1 in 2,000, mind you. And doesn't mean that if you open 2,000 containers you get it. That just means, on average, 1 in 2,000 contains it. Which means buying around 3,500 of these operation containers to have a sort of 90% chance at the vehicle, it is safe to say that it is impossible to actually obtain it. However, I don't need to. So now, let's have a look at this tank. Let's see if you're missing out on anything. And let's see if you have liked and subscribed yet. Obviously, the main tank that it has to be compared with is going to be the M103. Because obviously that's its closely related vehicle as you can get to. Now it has less DPM by 3% and also less penetration on the standard rounds and also less penetration on the heat rounds. So it does lag behind in the gun aspect of this vehicle. And as you can see, a lot of the others have lower DPM than that, but the 2,500 is relatively good value for tier 9 heavy tanks. Then in terms of the aim time, again, the M103 is stronger and the dispersions are essentially equal, which is somewhat average around the other tier 9s as well. Now, 8 degrees of gun depression on the M103, which means that is where it lags behind by quite a bit. 2 degrees of gun depression is quite a big difference here. Now, the difference from 8 to 10 isn't as meaningful as from, let's say, 6 to 8. However, it is still quite a big change, so the M103 does win quite a bit there. What the M103 does lose again as well is the top speed. It caps out at 34, while the AE Phase 1 caps out at 40. However, the AE Phase 1 is the one to slightly accelerate faster. Then, the camo rating, for some reason, is unreasonably high on the AE Phase 1. A lot higher than the others, but then again, it's a heavy tank. You're not supposed to camp with it, so camo rating on a heavy tank doesn't really matter that much. It might be useful in some niche situations, but that's about it. Now, what we also have here is the armor, and that's another thing where, in the turret especially, the AE Phase 1 does pull ahead. Now, here we go. Obviously, we do have a 65mm upper plate, which means you can, if someone's looking down at the vehicle, pen it very easily through the top. You have a cupola that is very weak, very big. However, 10 degrees will hide it, so that is definitely good. Now, you have the same problem as you have on a lot of vehicles with round turrets, and that is because of the shape, this place next to the gun is, in some instances, quite vulnerable. Right? That is one of the big problems of rounded turrets like that they cave in and then they go flat around the gun because obviously you can't make the gun part rounded because like the gun thing has to be flat, otherwise it won't work. So you have this essentially cave out down here that bolts into the turret ring, which allows you to penetrate this right here. However, on the AE Phase 1, that weak spot is relatively flat. As you can see, you have 215mm surrounded by 285, which means you have to be very precise to actually hit this spot right here to get a penetration going on. So that speaks for the AE Phase 1 in terms of its armor. Now, lower plate is very flat. It's a weak spot. It's going to get pinned no matter what you look, no matter how you angle it. It's still going to get pinned even at an extreme angle. And if you're looking at it from this, just shoot the side. Now, the front plate, pretty strong. 400mm effective down here. Don't bother pinning it. Again, only from the top. If it's held down, you're not going to be able to see that. That is where this vehicle is strong. However, again, you have these slight parts below the turret and the side of the gun so that you can attempt to penetrate. You can't side scrape this vehicle because it has a turret ring cutout here on these sides, which means if you side scrape, you can just get shot in this carve out thing right here that holds the turret up. So side scraping is not going to happen in this vehicle at all. So essentially, you have a pure hold down vehicle that has some weaknesses again on the turret with a cupola as well. But if you put this thing held down, it essentially does become impenetrable. Now, you first need to reach Battle Pass level 60 with the Premium Pass and then buy some more crates of these. You can get some of them for free, but most of them you will have to buy. And you're going to buy around 3,000 of these to actually somewhat be sure of getting this tank. If you want to do the math, what's the 99% chance to get it? I don't know. I can't be bothered. If you want to do it, put it in the comments. It's going to be pretty high. But 0.05% drop chance is essentially lottery style. And yeah, Wargaming did the community dirty with that one. However, the good thing is you're not really missing out on anything by not having this vehicle. It's basically just a longer M103 with 2 degrees more gun depression. And you're not going to notice too much of a difference in terms of the playstyle and in terms of the results either. Obviously, the bonus that it is very rare, which means some people will know, huh? What is that? And they're going to be scared by the appearance of the vehicle, which makes it perform better. So that is the only bonus it does actually have. Now, obviously, it shouldn't be like this, that the tank's only obtainable by essentially sheer amount of brute force and money. However, that's how Wargaming decided it to be, and you know how insistent on buying a lot of bathwater they are, which means they need a lot of funds for that. So, let's have a look. IS-6, rid of him. And now we have a goose egg here. It looks like a goose, but it is an egg. And you can pen the side of its turret very nicely, and especially if it presents you the side of its armor, you can pen that as well, which is very lovely. Yeah, they got a T-95 over there. Hello there. How dare you shoot at the easiest accessible target? How dare you focus me? Oh. Now, let's have a look. What can we do? Obviously, I want to get some damage. ICU's over there. He's full HP, but we have the T-95 and the VK in the cap circle. If I use this rock right here, I can get a shot at the T-95. And that Lanson, he's not going to have a great time because he's a one-shot. And now into the top of the T-95 again. There we go. And now we're going to have the choice between the ISU and the VK here, because 2,400 damage is really not that much to go by. So let's see whether we can actually get something done here. And we're going to choose the VK here for now, because he's obviously the easier accessible target. The ISU is dead. And now let's see whether we can actually get the last shot. Probably not going to happen and get the 3K. But anyway, as you can see, it's nothing special. It definitely does work. It is definitely a solid vehicle. And I think 3K is a decent result. And now it is time for the giveaway. In this video, you can win a Tier 6 premium tank that is either the Dicamax, the TOG, or the SU-100Y. How do you win it? First of all, join my Discord server to be up to date on all information that may be happening. And then, I need 2 things from you. And that is, first of all, the Blitz ID, which you can find by clicking on the settings, and then you have your Blitz ID right here at the top in the settings. And after that, you need to answer a question in the comments. Blitz ID in the comments, and the answer to the question in the comments. And the question is, what is the last vehicle that I play on every stream? Into the comments, you have a chance to win. Giveaway drawn will be around on Saturday, so good luck. Now we get into game number 2. It's a Tier 8 game, and we can use this beautiful ridgeline right there, hopefully, to our advantage. Now, we got a lot of mediums going on, so we might be in a bit of trouble there. They have only 2 heavies, so even if it's a 1v2, I don't care. I'll win it anyway. So that's the kind of confidence you need. So let's see. The WT is obviously going to go camp up there. That's nothing surprising. And unfortunately, 50 TP is AFK. That's a bit boring. Let's see if we can shoot him alive. Now, the thing is, if you have an AFK... There we go, we shot him alive. Very nice. Hope it's not a bot, though. So, the thing about AFKs is if you can shoot an AFK while not being threatened otherwise, I do recommend shooting the AFK, because obviously an AFK is a lot easier to take out than when he's not AFK anymore. So you get a pretty good advantage from just getting rid of that AFK outright. Now, we have an IS-6 here that I can out-DPM, I can out-trade with pretty much everything. So we'll now be able to fight him in a very uneven 1v1. However, he does currently have the damage advantage because he shot first. So now we're going to have to make sure to pin every single shot right here to not get into a bad situation. And ideally, I want to also make sure that I get the shot while he gets the shot and not any other way. Now, he needs 2 shots. I need 2 shots. Obviously, I'm going to have the advantage. No No question about that. Don't really care about trading my hit points right here. There we go. Baited him with the track. And now he's reversing out with the help of his WT friend back there, who is not engaging me, which is good. Which means now I can just go for this I6 here. Get rid of him. Beautiful. Now, that is not a great situation. 4v4, the enemies are pretty much everywhere. See if we can take a snapshot. Nope. Not quite. That Barask is reloading, so let's see if we can help him out here. And get rid of the M4, ideally. There we go. Yeah, took a shot from the object for it. That's not good. But the Barask is going to die anyway, so we have bought him a bit of time to maybe reload, get another shot. Get rid of the WT right here. Perfect. And now we have the LT. That is, again, there we go. We bought the Barask 2 shots even. That's beautiful. And now he's tracked and done. Beautiful. Awareness, 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 ladies and gentlemen. That is what is important. Now, object is going to be very easy to shoot here if he doesn't hide behind the rock. Now, it's an object versus an AE. And there is nothing this guy can do. I'm hull down. He can't pin me. And we're all good. Now, overall, what you have missed out on this vehicle by not having is essentially not much, really. If you can play the M-Motor 3, you'll get 95% of the performance and 95% of the playstyle. So there's not really anything that you're missing out by not having this vehicle. And, yeah, there's that. Now, obviously, he's going to try to charge me in this position because I have 500 HP. He has 700. Why are you not pushing me? Why are you pushing into the guy that can easily kill you? Okay. Like, he should have pushed me, get behind me, shoot me twice, because then he can kill me, and then maybe try to focus on the object, but if he stays between me and the object, he's just dead. So, anyway, that's a first class, 4k damage, which is solid enough. So, this vehicle is rare. It's fine that it's rare. It's not great how they're selling it. Definitely, that's not good. However, you're not missing out on anything, so don't bother with its assistance. Thank you very much for watching. See you next one. Goodbye.